Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. Before I get started, I just ask that if you value or like my content, all of these free messages that I post almost daily, if you wouldn't mind at least hitting the like button. If you are interested in more of the content that I post for free almost daily, please hit the subscribe button. You can hit the notification bell, which most times will notify you when my readings are posted. However, I haven't found that to always be so consistent. But if you would at least like, comment, or subscribe, I would be most grateful to you. Thank you. Today is Monday, August 14th. We are still in this transformational energy. The readings have been really consistent, and we've been really getting some messages that I hope are helpful to you. Let's start with the Tune Into the Magic deck, and then I will use the Wild Mystic Oracle, and then I'm going to use the Shadowscapes Tarot, and then I'll use the Gilded Tarot by Cyril Marchetti. Okay, I'm just going to pull one card from each oracle, and we'll keep this a relatively short, unless the message comes out really complicated. Let's see. Oh, this one. The Sun. Keep your face to the sun, and you will never see the shadows. That's a very optimistic card to begin our week. That makes me happy. So, the Sun. I'll put that here, and let's go for the Wild Mystic Oracle and find out. I did do a pre-shuffle, and the only card I saw was Butterfly, which told me that we are still in this transformational energy. So let's find what comes through for the supplemental oracle message. Believe. In this card, I see I see some monarch butterfly wings, which is transformational energy. We have this rabbit spirit, but then there's this spider web, cobweb. There's some cobwebs that need to be cleared. And cobwebs are old energy, but they're also intricate. So this might be something very intimate to you. In Texas, they call this animal a jackalope. But it's kind of a calm. So we have two cards, the Sun and Believe. There's something about being very present in your belief system and not second-guessing yourself, not trying to validate what you believe. Just trust. Okay, let's use the Shadowscape so we can get some detail. Remember, I don't read reversals in this deck. It wasn't designed for reversals. So let me see what messages come through to add some detail. So remember, this is a general read. It may or may not resonate. If it doesn't resonate, check out some of the other videos that I have posted. Maybe that I'm reading energy that you're encountering 2 weeks ago. I may have pulled that reading. So just getting a lot of energy out of this deck. I'm going to go ahead and take that one. I'll pull the cards and then I'll put the message together for you. There's a lot of information coming forward. It's a Monday. So also, if you need a personal reading, if you feel like I'm really tapping into your energy and you need a little bit more personalized information, please reach out to me at the email address in the description box, and I will happily schedule a personal reading for you. Okay, so let's see. We're just going to unpack this a little bit. So we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Ten of Wands, and we have the High Priestess. That's one message. It feels like you're having to take some sort of dedicated and deliberate action in order to get closure or end something that's no longer serving you. You are intuiting this. This is part of your spiritual wisdom. It could be a cycle is closing. It could be you're leaving a relationship. It could be you're just taking a different direction in either your spiritual practices. It could be your work practices. But it's something that you're like, I need to go in a different direction here. It's almost like you got to it like a dead end. Something just wasn't moving forward, and you're just like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'm just not meant to do this right now. Maybe I need to tweak it a little bit and put in a nuance that makes enough of a difference that it changes the way you do something. For some reason, I'm getting an element of change. I'm getting it something that has to do with your spiritual wisdom. It could be your spiritual practice. But it's something like there needs to be an adjustment, a nuance adjustment in order to make this, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, move forward. So here we have the Page of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like it's, I'm getting two energies right now. One is somebody's watching you because of your abundance. Somebody's watching you because you are changing. Okay, whew, there's a lot. Just a moment. There was a lot coming through right there. Whoever this is, this reading is for, if this is for you, it's like you've changed the way you're taking care of you. It's like you have just like, I'm not putting up with anybody's bullshit. I'm not going to allow myself to be used. I'm only going to give to those who value me. It's like you started to really protect you, your energy, your what you value. You're really starting to refine how you give attention to you. And other people are seeing that, which is a positive thing. Somebody out there resents it. I'm getting a little resentment energy here. Somebody out there resents it. The fact that you would have the audacity to take care of you first. But other people are watching. Other people are learning from you, because some people are still really trapped in low self-esteem, low self-value, and codependency. And you are like the epitome of, how I need to change my behavior so that I feel like she does about herself. I'm using you as the example. So it's like somebody's watching what you're doing. Now there's some jealousy attached to this. I don't know where that's coming from, but I can feel it. So somebody may say, she's taking all this time. That's kind of selfish. No, it's not. It's self-care, and your value, your worth is your priority. Now, I don't know who the hell this is kind of a negative energy attached to it, but then there's this really positive energy where people are really being inspired by you. Maybe it's this change that you're making. That's the nuance that needed to shift, that now people are tapping into that energy. They're tapping into your example. You're being now the inspiration. You just needed to tweak how you were doing it. And it's not that you're doing it for them, but please know that they are benefiting from what you're doing. Okay, so then we have the Four of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Four of Wands. Quite amazing that we have two fours here. Four of Pentacles, which can be holding on, reserving, reserving yourself as far as putting yourself out in relationships. It can be fear-based where you're clinging to something, but I'm not getting that energy from you right now. I'm getting that you're being very reserved on how you express your energy to people. You're being very reserved on how you spend your energy where it is with other people, because it's like people have just taken advantage of you and they have really drained your energy, and you've realized I've been given and given and given and I hadn't got nothing back. So I'm only given to those people who reciprocate. That's perfectly fine. But you, with this Two of Cups, it's about your relationships. You're being very reserved. You're not over giving too much too soon. You are now really kind of spending your energy wisely. And that is creating more balance for you. That is creating more stability for you and your relationships. Because you're really focusing on the relationships that are doing good. Okay? That's interesting. I love that message. Let's check the bottom of the deck before we move on. Ten of Cups. Very in alignment with all of this. That is what now is starting to be very, I'm getting this buoyant, blossoming, uplifting energy. It's like you are finally at that point where you're taking care of you and you're starting to really show the benefits of that. That's really amazing. All right, let's see what the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti says. I did pre-shuffle, so I'm just going to shuffle once on camera for you. I think it's always important to me if I'm watching a reader to see the shuffle. It's just important to me. Two of Wands. We saw that card yesterday, I do believe. Making some choices. Three of Wands. New direction. I think we just said that, didn't we? Four of Pentacles here as well. Ten of Wands here as well. So this is a reiteration. Could be a difference of masculine and feminine energy. It's kind of how I'm pulling this reading. This is more feminine. This is more masculine. But remember, we all have both energies. So this could be pertaining to you. This could be pertaining to relationships. It could be pertaining to your counterpart. Just whatever reason that you come to this reading. Take it as it resonates. Let's see what this message is. All right, well, we definitely had a lot of wands here. At the very beginning, we have the Two of Wands, Three of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. So kind of the same message. If this is for your counterpart, they were trying to take a new path as well. They had to choose something different because whatever they were doing before wasn't working anymore. So they are taking a new path. They're setting higher expectations for themselves and others. Feels like they've had a lot of similar issues as you, where people have taken advantage of their good nature and they have just been exploited. So now they're like, I'm not doing that anymore, and I'm going to have to change direction. Could be they're changing jobs. It could be they're just changing their attitude. It could be that they're changing their course in life. But now they set a higher expectation for people around them. They're not going to be used any longer. And that's good. That's positive. That could be you. That could be your masculine side. That's very balanced with your feminine side. So they're dovetailing together, which is really positive. However, it could also be for a different person. It could be for your divine counterpart. Okay, so now we have this Two of Swords and Four of Pentacles. There's something fear-based here that is blocking you. When I see the Four of Pentacles with the Two of Swords, that is a blockage. That is absolutely somebody being afraid of something to move forward. And then we have this King of Pentacles. Okay, so immediately what I'm getting is, for this overall message, is somebody doesn't believe in themselves. Somebody, and there's a lot of fire sign energy here and a lot of earth sign energy here with a really powerful or significant, let's say significant earth sign. Could be a masculine. But it's almost like they don't believe in themselves. It's almost they've tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried, and they keep running into the same problem. And so they've just gotten to a point is, I don't even know what to do. And what it did was it eroded their belief in their self. They think they're the reason that they're not making this progress. And there is a reason, and part of that reason is that they've availed themselves to so many other people that have just taken advantage, just like the feminine, of their energy, and now they just don't know how to fix that, because there's this programming in there that if you set a boundary, then you're a bad person, that you're mean, rude, mean-spirited, whatever. So they don't feel like they can set these boundaries. They don't feel like they can say no and still be a good person. And what that has done is eroded the belief in themselves. Let's check what's on the bottom of the deck. High Priestess. Very similar cards on each side, which tells me that whoever this reading is for, their divine masculine or their masculine and feminine energies are very balanced. They're in unison, working together, and that very in touch with their higher selves, very in touch with their intuition, are really allowing their path to be guided by the divine through their intuition, through their knowing, and through their synchronicities. That is a positive. Now, for this masculine energy being afraid, I feel like I want to pull. Let's pull from, I'm going to pull from the Dungeons and Dragons. Let's get a little more information on this. And I need my little cheat sheet out on what suite is what. It's a new deck for me. Let's find out. There's more here. I just feel like there's more energy to unpack here, and I want to find out what's going on. Okay, so let's see. Three of Wisdom. This is Three of Cups energy. This is, they're in full transformation energy too. The Hierophant. Yeah, absolutely. There is a spiritual transformation going on here, and this is part of them valuing themselves, finding their own self-worth within themselves. This person did not really value themselves. They felt like the more of service they were to others, then that was what their value was. They didn't value themselves. They determined their worth through how valuable they were to others. That just fell apart. It's like a big tower moment. So now they're in this transformation about, no, I need to set expectations for others that I need them to do for me. Three of Strength. Three of Wands again. We have three threes. Three of Wands twice, Three of Cups. Different expectations. Like they're now saying, what I put out, I want to receive. They're in that, I have higher expectations. I have now changed the way I'm doing things, and I expect people to value me for me, but I've got to value me first. This is a whole message here. And there's the Nine of Strength. That's the Nine of Cups. Yeah. They are learning that I'm really getting a kind of a sad energy. They're very disappointed. They're very disappointed because what they've realized is the actions they have taken for others have not been reciprocated. And now they woke up to the illusion delusion is over. They were just being used. And that's hurtful. And so now they're like, you know what? No more. I'm changing. I'm making different decisions now that are aligned with what's in the highest and greatest good of me. And I'm going to give to people who are willing to reciprocate. This person has been exposed to quite a few energetic vampires. And let me clarify. I am not saying that it is not okay to give to others. What I am saying is you can't always be the giver to people and not receive anything. If you are surrounded by people who are takers and you're always the giver, then you're not receiving anything. And the flow of energy needs to have a flow. That means it needs to come in and it needs to go out. But if everything's going out, pretty soon you're at a point of you just have a broken spirit because you're not being refilled. So I'm not saying that you can't give to people because they don't give back to you, but be smart about how you spend your energy. If there's people out there that just use you, it's not in your highest and greatest good to continue to capitulate that. The Fool. Okay. Point taken, right? All right, bottom of the deck, King of Cups. No, King of Wands, sorry. King of Wands. This is, I am going to really command my actions so that I'm not making foolish decisions. Okay, let's pull some inner peace and sunshine just to give us a little uplift to begin our week. Again, thank you so much for being here. And if you like this content, please like, share, subscribe, follow, like, share, and subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell because it helps my little channel get a little more attention from the algorithm, and it helps to get these messages out to other people. Let's pull this one and one more, they said. This one. Okay. Had to energetically figure out. All right. We have Gandhi, Tutu, and Han. 3 wise spiritual leaders or leaders. Peace is its own reward. Let me tell you something. If you are feeling like you were being taken advantage of, that is disrupting your peace. I'm just going to guarantee that. Do your little bit of good where you are. It's those little bits of good put together that overwhelm the world. And working for peace in the future is to work for peace in the present moment. Notice all of these are a purple color, so that might be significant to you as far as a color alignment. I think purple is the crown chakra. So if there's something about really taking action to generate more peace in your life, which is going to expand into peace in a more global framework. But you have to be at peace with yourself. And now let's go back to the sun and believe. Keep your face to the sun and you will never see the shadows. We have to be aware that the shadow is there, and we have to be willing to face it when necessary. But right now, you're being guided. This message is to help you believe in yourself and to believe in your worth and to know that you are valued, but you have to value yourself before anybody else is going to value you. Okay? That is the message for today. I hope this helped. I hope you are having a marvelous Monday, and I will see you in the next message. Until then, namaste.